Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is July 17th, 2024, and Dani Olmo has talked about his future plans. Also, Barcelona have signed two new promising young talents, and finally, the club have extended the contract of one of their most promising attackers in La Masia. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys, including the new kit that's expected to be launched tomorrow, make sure you head to Gold Kits, where if you use my link, you will get access to 10% discount, plus their current offer of buy 3 jerseys, get the 4th one free. And finally, if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for Gold Kits and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, begin with the news that Dani Olmo was recently asked about his future plans, and the Spaniard has discussed those plans in these following statements. Now, Dani Olmo said, "We'll see. Yesterday, we were celebrating all day, and now I'm on the campus. The people who deal with that already know what I want to do. I don't know if I will continue in Germany. We'll see. I want to be in a place where I am valued and loved, and what I want to do is win. There are several options. We'll see what happens." So Dani Olmo talking about the possibility of leaving Germany, and that he's saying, that what he wants to do has already been communicated to his agent, and kind of leaving the door open of whatever's going to happen. Of course, not too much clarity out of these statements, but I bring this up because Dani Olmo has been heavily linked with Barcelona. He's always linked with Barcelona every season pretty much, because Dani Olmo has been looking to leave RB Leipzig, and since he did come up through the Barcelona Academy, he's consistently being linked with the club. Now, Barcelona are big admirers of Dani Olmo. They think he had a great Euros. Of course, he did have a great Euros alongside Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. However, Barcelona do not have the financial muscle or financial capability to sign Dani Olmo. If the club were healthy, they would try to sign Nico and Olmo, but given that the club have very little resources, they have to prioritize the use of those resources. And of course, their number one priority, as I've said multiple times, is Nico Williams, which Barcelona have already begun negotiations with his agent, as I explained in the podcast, which I did earlier today. So if you want more details about the Nico Williams operation, make sure to check out the podcast. Anyway, speaking of signing players and operations, we do have to talk about Joshua Kimmich, because it seems like the German is not changing his stance. Now, as we know, Joshua Kimmich's contract is set to expire next summer in 2025. There were talks about him renewing his contract with Bayern Munich. However, the relationship completely broke down, and as such, Joshua Kimmich is on his way out of Bayern. We know that Hansi Flick would love to sign Joshua Kimmich to reinforce his midfield. However, we know that Joshua Kimmich wants a 20 million euro salary, which is very high for Barcelona. Barcelona cannot afford that. So Hansi Flick had in mind to try to speak to Joshua Kimmich to convince him to lower his expectations. But now more news has been revealed, as it appears that one of the reasons why the relationship broke down between Joshua Kimmich and Bayern is because Joshua Kimmich was insisting on that 20 million euro salary. He was not willing to negotiate that salary down. He was not willing to accept anything less. And that's why the negotiations between him and the Bundesliga club completely fell through. What does this mean for Barcelona? It means that, again, the chances that Kimmich will end up at the club are very, very slim, because if Kimmich is not willing to reduce his asking salary of 20 million, there's no way that Barcelona could sign him, because Barcelona cannot afford that. And I have to be honest, I don't think many clubs out there will be willing to pay that much, even in the Premier League. So I think if Kimmich continues to insist, I don't know, maybe Saudi would be his only destination, but who knows? There are some pretty big spending clubs out there, so we'll see where Kimmich ends up, but it's not looking likely that he'll end up in Barcelona. Now on to good news, because Barcelona have signed two promising midfielders from Real Zaragoza in order to reinforce their youth ranks. Now, the first player that Barcelona have signed, his name is Gorka Buil. He's a 14-year-old attacking midfielder. He also plays as a second striker. He's renowned for his creativity and goal-scoring ability, and his performance for Real Zaragoza under 19 has been short of exceptional, and as such, he drew the attention of Barcelona, who today have signed this youth player in order to reinforce La Masia. Now, the second player that Barcelona have signed is also a midfielder. This player's name is Samu Borniquel. He's a defensive-minded midfielder. He's known for his strong physical presence and excellent ball control, and his ability to dictate the tempo of the play and operate in various positions make him an ideal signing for Barcelona, who again have secured the signing, and these two players will be joining La Masia. Now, we don't know how much these operations have cost the club, but we do know that the club have secured these two players, so definitely great news, because Barcelona continue to do a wonderful job in securing young talent for all of their teams. And speaking of securing young talent, Barcelona have been able to extend the contract of one of their most promising attacking talents in La Masia, and it's no other than Toni Fernandez. It's someone I talked about in a previous video. He's a center forward, a 16-year-old center forward, and since he did turn 16, as you know, under FIFA rules, you cannot sign your first professional contract until you're 16. But now that Toni Fernandez is 16 years old, he has officially signed his first professional contract with Barcelona. Now, Toni Fernandez is one of the most highly rated talents in La Masia, so this is definitely good news for the academy and for the club. Last season, he had excellent performance in the Juvenil B. As such, he is now expected to join the Juvenil A under, of course, the guidance of Giuliano Belletti, who will be the new Juvenil A coach. Of course, I talked about Belletti in a previous video. He's a former Barcelona player. He was the assistant coach for the Juvenil A and for Barca Athletic. And now Belletti will be the coach for Juvenil A, where he will get to coach Toni Fernandez, again, one of the most promising attacking talents in La Masia. And of course, he is the cousin of Gil Fernandez, another incredibly promising player in the academy who Barcelona just renewed. And of course, yesterday they renewed Oscar Gistau, another promising player. So Barcelona doing a wonderful job securing the young talent that they currently have, and even adding more young talent with these two new signings. And of course, Byron Mendoza, don't forget that Barcelona secured that signing a couple of days ago. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And make sure you check out the podcast from earlier today. Lots of great news in there. That's it for today. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. But again, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, Visca Barça.